The question is go to trial, plea, or cooperation. These are all strategic decisions. Hello, and thank you for tuning in to the seventh in my video series titled Indicted and Facing Prison, Now What? My name is Mark Blatstein, and in 2006, I was indicted, pled guilty to a felony, and lost my medical license. I was grateful, although, to have my license reinstated in full back in 2010. But for all of you, as well as for what I went through, to call this a surreal experience is an underestimate. This is a longer video, although I'm trying to make them all under 10 minutes so that I can get them on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and everybody at the same time. The goal in this series is to provide you with the crucial information that you'll need to navigate these times. I'll provide you with a new topic every day so that you can move forward, because knowledge, preparation, and confidence will help you get the best possible outcomes. Since you're already aware the Department of Justice and the Feds have been asking questions, their case against you is mostly complete. And with that, 98% of those go to prison, unfortunately. Knowledge is power, and now you have it in your hands. Delaying to take the next step is at your peril. The consequences of doing nothing is severe. Equally important is hiring a legal team that just doesn't have the experience, but a proven track record of successfully defending cases like yours. Your future is at stake, and so it's crucial to make the right choices now. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate or call me. Consider engaging my services at 240-888-7778. This is your life and your future. So first, to trial or plea. If you're unsure, start off not guilty. But if you know that you're guilty, admitting this could result in a lesser sentence. Trials are more expensive and involves countless hours of discovery at hundreds to thousands of dollars per hour, not counting the cost of the trial itself. Understand that by the time you learn that the DOJ is knocking at your front door, their case is basically complete, with a conviction rate, as I say, at 98%. So ask your attorney, if you're thinking about going to trial, how many cases have they won? It's a pretty fair question. Or how many appeals have they won? Unfortunately, our justice system is far from perfect, and just feeling that you're innocent, and you may be innocent, but just may not be enough. With that said, if your case is strong, go to trial, but understand that even if you lose, everything is not lost. Because what you don't want to do is what Sam Bankman-Fried did, was witness tamper and aggravate the judge. You do not want to alienate your judge, because even with a guilty verdict, you can regroup and prepare for a successful pre-sentence interview. A plea, on the other hand, will save you money in legal bills and possibly help at sentencing, because the prosecutor won't have to spend as much time preparing for a trial. If you plead guilty and cooperate, this may be beneficial. However, cooperation means providing substantial assistance based on what you have heard or seen, and you cannot lie, because if you lie, they can break the agreement and use everything you've said against you. Before cooperating, it's best to get a proffer letter or agreement. This letter or agreement is between the defense attorney, yourself, and the government. The letter agrees, kind of, not 100%, that the defendant's immunity or your immunity, meaning that the government cannot use any statements you've made against you, but you have to be 100% truthful. If not, then you're in for a world of hurt. Trial, prepare for trial, but I say, remember, don't anger the court. Remember that only 0.4% may win a trial, so feeling you're right may not be enough. If you're already at this point and don't have the time to wait for my future videos, then give me a call and we can discuss your situation one-on-one. Once again, my number is 240-888-7778. So once you've entered into a plea, or if you've lost at trial, you can still ultimately prepare with a better outcome. This depends on what you have done with your time up until sentencing. Have you gotten a job, volunteered, taken care of a loved one, or stayed at home and done nothing but watch TV. Judge just wants to see that you're working to rehabilitate yourself and you're trying to, you just don't want to be doing nothing because that just does not work with a judge. If drugs were involved, legal or illegal, were involved with the crime, have you on your own enrolled in Narcotics Anonymous? You'll need to obtain verification. If alcohol, was it Alcoholics Anonymous? Again, you need to have that verified document. If counsel feels that you have a need for a mental health consult, be willing, as most white-collar crimes are done by those who are high-strung and have an undiagnosed mental illness. You may be exceptionally bright, high functioning, and successful, having skilled, being highly skilled, motivated, and work long hours for money, promotion, and privileges. These may all be obsessive compulsive indications of a perfectionist. Then suffering from depression or anxiety can have an overwhelming desire to be personally and financially successful. These desires may cause a generally law-abiding citizen to engage in illegal or inappropriate behavior. According to the latest statistics by the United States Sentencing Commission, only 6% of inmates receive downward departures for diminished capacity, which is considered a 5K 2.13 or diminished capacity with the United States Sentencing Commission. This is even though half of inmates have symptoms of mental health problems. This raises questions about whether judges are insensitive to mental health concerns or alternatively may lie with defense counsel who may not be taking the time to fully investigate their client's social and psychological history. This is why it may be important. You may not want to, and you may be embarrassed, but getting a psychological consult could help you in the long run. To engage my services or to have your concerns answered, give me a call today at 240-888-7778. This is my cell phone, and I personally answer and return all my own calls. Thank you very much for listening and have a good day.